Hello, welcome to the channel, beautiful souls. My name is Virginia. Thank you to all the new subscribers that we have this month. That's very exciting. And I'm doing a daily message, but if you're interested in a 3-card pick a card reading, I'd love to hear from you. If there's something that you really want, to find out, 3-card pick a card reading is a fun way so it feels a little bit more personal, or you can reach out to me for a private reading. So I tapped into my higher guidance and asked if there was a message for us today. And what I heard is that there's a lot of chaos that's getting ready to come in. It's not gonna seem clear as to what is going on. And we got that swords energy yesterday, the 9 and the 8, about overthinking and getting in your head about things. And what I heard was that it's very important to take a deep breath, center yourself. So I highly recommend that we start doing that now, because it's easier to do in calm times than it is to do in chaotic times. But a lot of things are not as they appear. And I this recent visit that to the Asian government that's going on right now seems like it might have something to do with it, because there is a triad of people there that seems very odd and too much power in one place. So I'm a little bit curious about what's going on, but I did hear that a lot of our senses are going to go into overload, because things that we've been counting on are going to seem like they're not going to be available to us in the same way. So it's very important for us to stay centered and focused in our own light, because fear and chaos brings us away from that light, and rising into the light, it kind of protects us from that in some regard, because the chaos can be all around us, and we can have like this inner light and wisdom. And that's kind of what I'm hearing that we need to do. And now is the time to do it. So let's see what the dragons want to bring. Oh my gosh. See, look at this. This card has come out 3 times this week, the Tender. And card number 40. So I'm going to bring it a little bit closer. One thing that I'm going to say is that there's a lot of purple energy, and it's telling me to kind of connect into this higher wisdom and guidance. That's what that purple energy is all about. Opening up that crown chakra, being able to be aware of things outside of what we see when our eyes are open. Okay, I had to pause the video. Hopefully that'll be the only time. I'm dog sitting, so yeah, I have extra dogs. So the Tender is about, 1, recognizing the divinity within you, being very gentle, especially in times that don't feel certain or feel a little bit chaotic, but to go in and we can find our own certainty, and we can tap into information that resonates with us. And it's very important to tap into the collective energy and be around other people that kind of mirror our energy, right? To mirror the way that we vibrate, let's say. So that's what's really important right now. So the first card that came out here is Deer. Yeah. So this is reiterating the same thing. It's reiterating that it's time to be gentle. That's what Deer is. And Deer spirit it's a very sensitive spirit. So it's sensitive to the surroundings. And it's asking us to do that as well, to be sensitive with ourselves and our surroundings. I feel like there might be one more spirit animal. And thank you for joining me all week. We've had this, okay. So watch your words, that's interesting. So both of these cards reduce to 9. 1 and 8 reduces to 9, and Parrot, Spirit, 4 and 5 reduce to 9. So it's asking you to be aware of the language that you're using. And it's also asking you to be very gentle with what's going on in your immediate environment as it pertains to you I keep pausing the video so we don't have to listen to him barking. He has a very, very big bark. So also, because the reason why you want to watch your words is because other people are mirroring you. This is about mirroring and being there and seeing the connection of you within everything else, being very gentle with this, and that sometimes things can just kind of take off. Because both of these are nines, it's like the ending of a cycle, and it's asking us to be very kind and gentle and aware as this cycle ends about what we're saying, about how, because things can come back to us, right? So be aware of your words and how you speak to other people, and and to be gentle and kind to all people, because we're all kind of going through something right now, and we don't know what others are feeling or sensing. Okay. Page of Wands. So we had Page of Wands also earlier in the week, which I really like. I feel like the page needs to come over here for some reason. The Page of Wands is a relatively exciting, young, energetic card that's coming out. And what I noticed each time is this really fun little, it's like he's bringing a message. It's carefree, but it also has a lot of energy. So it's moving relatively quickly. It's kind of a fiery energy that's coming in to help ignite something with either new information or new ideas, new creativity. And we have the power to do that. So it's asking us to be aware of that and to use that to our advantage. We have the Four of Cups and we have the Queen of Cups. So these two came out together. So I feel like they're pairing up because she's leaning in. The Four of Cups typically is, somebody that could possibly miss something because they've experienced a lot of things. It's a little bit lethargic, right? Sometimes you experience a lot of different things and you think that nothing is really going to change. But because it's a very intuitive card along with the Queen, I feel like what it's saying is the universe has your back. So take a pause if you need to, but don't get too down and out. Go deeper into the situation. That's what I'm getting from this, is that take that pause, go deeper into the situation and why you're feeling the way you are, because there'll be a beautiful opening, because the Queen brings a feminine, open-hearted energy of creativity, of intuition. It's like the day-to-day version of the Empress, which is a major shift that could be going on in our world. But this is saying this is available to each and every one of us. Every day we have the ability to open our heart and really dive into whatever it is that's going on. And I think with what we got earlier in the week, with the possibility of new clairs opening up, the new gifts that are coming in, the ability to see things as they are and to intuit things in a different way. It's really, I think all this sensitive energy is asking us to kind of slow down in this world that seems to be going so fast, and to dive into what is really happening on a sentient level, on a feeling level. And it's hard to do that in a world that seems so full of outwardly air energy, right? But it's asking us to really dive deep. I was going to ask if there was anything else. And lastly, the Moon energy, another 9. So we end up with 3 9s here, 1 and 8 again. And this is a major arcana, saying it's a major shift. That right now, this weekend, we're going into a new moon. That's the dark moon. That's when we go introspectively and kind of ask, where am I on my journey? How do I feel about what's going on? All of this is very highly feminine, intuitive energy that is surrounding this time in our world right now. So be kind to yourself, gentle to the world around you. Tap in and ask yourself, when things get a little bit chaotic on the outside world, be the eye in the storm, be the center, be the quiet, and you will attract more of that. When you step out into that craziness, that wind that's going around, you can easily get swept up. So this energy is inviting us to really be aware of that. Be aware of how we're feeling. And, in a time when it feels like, so I'm a very sensitive person. but I'm also an air sign. And that's like a combination that these cards are asking us to be aware of our thoughts and our ideas and our creativity, but also come in and really sense the world within you and how you're creating the things in your life around you. Thank you so much for being here. I hope you have a magical weekend, and we'll see you next week. I look forward to hearing from you about these 3-card pick a card readings. I'm really feeling the need to bring one out, so if I don't hear from you, then I may just end up with, you know, something that, let's see, I really feel like I've been like bringing all the cards in a like wonky thing. So maybe this final message will be nice, clean, and straight. Thank you for putting up with the slanted reading. I hope you will see the message beyond the way it looks. So thank you again for being here. I'll see you next week. Bye now.